Recently, I went looking for a cassette, remember these things, of a recording I did with my friend Ken, the guitarist. Many years ago, I referred to as a previous lifetime, and for good reason, because it was a very long time ago. And things have changed. Whilst looking for that tape, I found 2 more cassette tapes, one of which I had completely and totally forgotten all about. And it was a recording I did with someone I met at the Conservatorium of Music, perhaps in 1980, 81, round about that time. Richard was his name. He was a keyboard player, and I met him during the summer jazz clinic at the Conservatorium of Music. We got on well together, and he wrote a song and he asked me to play saxophone. The singer, whose name I'm sure was Cathy, was an amazing young woman. I remember her as being very beautiful and extremely witty. She reminded me somewhat of Mae West. Her voice was very nice, to say the least. The drummer was John, a good friend of mine. He was with me also in this South African band called Voodoo, way back then, before we recorded this song. I have no idea who the bass player was. He was a friend of Richard and not someone I used to hang around with. The bass player that sat in with us with the band at Tide's Wine Bar was Fred, a friend of mine. I knew him well. The song was recorded in a professional studio somewhere in North Sydney. I am privileged to have found these tapes. It is amazing that they survived all those years, particularly through that period when I went through kind of homeless period, and all my belongings were stored at my brother's garage. Many things disappeared. No one knows what happened to them, where they went. But fortunately, my LP album collection, the tapes, survived. Likewise, I was fortunate to find just 4 photographs related to that song. 2 of the photographs were taken in the actual recording studio, and the other 2 were taken at a gig that we did in a wine bar at Bondi Beach. As fate would have it, they survived, and I found them all just recently. The photographs were very old and black and white. Memories of that era are referred to as fossil memories, because that's me, you know. I wanted to make a video featuring the song Trees, as written by Richard and performed by us. In my attempt to make a meaningful video, I found myself with a major challenge. All I had was the soundtrack and 4 old photographs. The photographs were somewhat inadequate, but I challenged myself to see what I can do. So I had to do a lot of work with the photographs, colorizing them, doing other things, and being a little bit creative with my videography. I cordially invite you to have a look at the video featuring the song without me talking. I won't be there at all except in spirit. Just a fossil memory of days long ago. I do hope you will look at the video. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. And I do hope you'll appreciate the work that I've put into it. And I do hope you'll be kind to ginger cats. Always be kind and avoid toxic people at all times as much as possible. Get rid of them. Be good now.